Today we are going to be doing some three-digit addition and subtraction problems. Now in this video I am only going to read the problem aloud to you. You need to think about the key words that would tell you is this addition or is this subtraction? And then even more importantly, when you do subtraction, you need to make sure that the bigger number is always on top. And when you do addition, it doesn't matter which number you put on top. You can do it either way. When you do addition, remember you carry the 1 to the next spot. What that means is an addition problem will look like this. Okay? Again, notice it doesn't matter if the bigger number's on top. We'll notice 569 is the bigger number. So when I start, I'm going to do 9 plus 2. And some of you guys see this and you see, oh, more on the floor. And your brain is thinking, go next door. But that is subtraction. I can go ahead and do 9 plus 2. It does not matter in the least. What I know is 9 plus 2 is 11. And when I have 11, I'm going to put the 1 here, and the other one goes to the tens place. Now, I am no longer adding 6 plus 1. I'm adding 6 plus 1 plus 1. So now I have 6, 7, 8. And 3 plus 5 is 8. And that is how I'm going to get my answer. Now, if I do this similar problem, except for I'm doing subtraction, I'm going to think 569 minus 312. Okay? Now, in this one, I don't even have to regroup. I have 9 minus 2 is 7. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. But let's say this 9 is a 1. And now I do have to regroup because I have more on the floor. 2 is bigger. And that is when I go next door. I take a 10, now I have 5 10s, and now I have 11 1s. So 11 minus 2 is 9, 5 minus 1 is 4, and 5 minus 3 is 2. So it's only with subtraction that you take a 10. In addition, we regroup the 10 to the next place value. Okay, so back to the test. As I read through, make sure you pause it if you are not on letter B. So if you're still working on letter A, make sure you pause it before I read on to letter B. In 2010, tickets to Disney World cost $101 after tax. In 2016, tickets to Disney World cost $131 after tax. How much more does it cost for a ticket to Disney World in 2016? So you're not worried about the years. Those aren't numbers we need to add or subtract. We're thinking about those dollar amounts and how they've changed over the years. Letter B. Make sure you have paused it if you are not ready for letter B. Katie went on a mini vacation in Orlando and stayed in a hotel for 2 nights. Each night it cost her $186. How much did it cost to stay in the hotel? Okay, so if each night it costs $186. Okay, so the first night she pays $186. The second night she also pays $186. How much did it cost to stay in that hotel? Make sure you pause it before we move on to letter C. Robin read 147 words in 1 minute. Lily read 180 words in 1 minute. How many fewer words did Robin read than Lily? Make sure you set up your problem. Make sure you pause it. Always make sure if you are thinking this problem is subtraction or if any problem is subtraction, the bigger number is first. No matter what order they come in the story, the bigger number must go on top. Letter D. Carol read a book with 334 pages. Marty read a book that had 281 pages in it. How many more pages did Carol read than Marty? Make sure you pause it as you make sure you finish that workup. We're going to go on to letter E. Alex got $130 for his birthday gift. He got $115 for Christmas. How much money does Alex have? Make sure you pause it. We're going to go on to the back side for letter F. Ted spent $568 on an iPad. He had $700 before buying the iPad. How much money does he have now? Again, make sure we pause it. Nancy is very competitive about earning Eagle Bucks at school. She earned 212 in first grade and 231 in second grade. How much did she earn in these 2 years? Make sure you pause it as you solve. Laura is paying bills this weekend. She owes she owes 125 to the electric company and 195 to her phone company. How much will Laura pay this weekend? Make sure we pause it. We're going to go on to letter I. Mr. Lloyd's class raised $700 this year to help the math. Let me start over. Mrs. Eckert stumbling on her words. Mr. Lloyd's class raised $700 this year to help the manatees. Mrs. Lloyd's class raised $636 for manatees. How much more did Mr. Lloyd's class raise? Give it a pause as you solve letter J. Lyric's vet bill was $309, while Stella's vet bill was $206. How much was the total bill? Okay, pause it. Jennifer went to the mall with $290. She spent $115 on clothes and $775 on new shoes. How much does Jennifer have left? So make sure we think about this two-step problem. Here's her total. First she spends this, then she spends this. So make sure we have two separate problems. We cannot subtract those three numbers all at once. When you are done, you must check your work. Make sure we didn't do any silly mistakes. Rethink the math in your head. Look at the problem. Make sure you chose the correct addition or subtraction. Make sure you chose the correct one. Check it over really, really well and turn it in.